little baby, my little. My little baby, my little baby, my little. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Joy here again with yet another video for you guys. So today we're going to be doing a mommy vlog, and this is my first mommy vlog. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my whole labor experience. So before we get started with our story, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So as you guys can see, I have my little guest right here. This is my daughter, Jade Melanie, and she is 3 months old. I will be bringing you guys a separate vlog where I'll be discussing with you guys her progress and just, you know, how the stay-at-home mommy life has been, just everything. So I will be bringing you guys a separate video on that. But in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my labor experience, and also what you should I'm not gonna say what you should expect, because honestly, like, everybody's labor is different, but just pretty much like my expectations and the things that I didn't expect and all of that. So let's get started on this story. So first of all, just so you guys know, yes, just like the title said, I was in labor for 17 hours. Now 17 hours sounds crazy, especially because you don't know what anybody goes through for 17 hours and stuff. But honestly, like, my labor, as much as it sounds like it's a lot, it lasted. It was pretty smooth. Like, it wasn't anything like super crazy or anything like that. So basically, there was just a lot of things that were going on within that week when I gave birth. My due date was December 29th. So she was due at the end of the year, and I was just really excited about her getting here. Like, I was almost desperate, because I'm like, when is she coming? But I just had this gut feeling that she was gonna come earlier than I expected. So I was glad that I was ready. I had my bags packed. I had the house pretty much like set up and ready. Like, I was cleaning up. I was going crazy, guys. My nesting phase was annoying as hell. Like, I was driving my boyfriend crazy because I was just trying to get everything ready, because for some reason I really had a feeling that it was going down early. I even scheduled my leave of absence from work within that week when I gave birth. Like, I was just prepared. I was prepared for everything. So pretty much what ended up happening with how everything started was, I had an appointment early that week before I gave birth. So I gave birth the following week, technically. I gave birth December 17th, but everything started really happening the 14th. So I want to say around the 9th or the 10th, I had an appointment with my doctor, and, you know, they were just checking everything. It was a routine checkup, and pretty much she seen that I was dilating 1 centimeter. So I was like, okay, so what does this mean? Like, I know what dilating means, obviously, but like, I wanted to know, like, what was next? Like, what do I have to do next? So basically she was just like, well, just go home and rest and whatever. You know, there isn't much that we can do right now, but just rest. And if I would have never said this to her, honestly, like, I don't know what would have happened, but something told me, hey, to tell her, hey, can I get a sonogram? Because I haven't seen her since my 20th week. It was around the 20th, 22nd week. I don't remember, but it was like within my second trimester. I hadn't seen her since my second trimester, so I was wondering how she was doing. You know, and to me it was kind of weird, because I don't know how the procedure goes with doing sonograms, but I just hadn't seen her, and I was kind of a little worried. Now, for me being 9 months, I was not that big either. So that's what kind of triggered me to asking her, like, what was going on. So basically she scheduled a sonogram, I want to say Wednesday of that week. The appointment was on Monday. So Wednesday of that week, I was scheduled for a sonogram. I went to go see the sonographer. Actually, I think it was the next day. It was something like that, but I went to go see the sonographer, whatever. So when I went to go see her, she was just basically saying how the baby was too small. So I'm like, okay, so what's going on? On top of that, my protein, like I was losing protein as well. So it was just a lot of stuff going on. So I'm like, what does this all mean? Like, what are we doing? So my doctor was like, well, you're just gonna have to go see a specialist on Friday to see, you know, how the baby's doing, just to make sure that she's okay and stuff. And then from there, we're gonna decide like what we're gonna do, because we might have to induce you. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is happening. So of course, you know, I go back home. I don't pay it too much mind, but I did call my job and I let them know like I probably wasn't coming back for the rest of the week, because my last day was actually Friday, the day of the appointment. So I let them know what was going on, and they were like, okay, cool. Just make sure that everything goes smooth and all of that. We hope that you have a smooth delivery if that does happen. So I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you. So basically, I go to my appointment on Friday, and the specialist, they're checking. So what they're checking for is like mainly like her size and her heartbeat. So they notice that every time I'm having contractions, it's affecting her heartbeat. So they're like, well, there's a few complications going on, and we're gonna have to take her out like eventually, like within this weekend, because one, she's too small. So my placenta wasn't even working anymore the way it was supposed to. So it wasn't working properly. And on top of that, me losing the protein, like that was another issue. And her heartbeat, like they had to monitor her, because, you know, with the contractions that can affect her. So I'm like, okay, I guess like at this point, I'm just like, you know, do whatever it is that you guys have to do. So what they did was they decided to keep me for the weekend, and they basically told me that they're gonna keep observing her, and by Sunday night they're gonna induce me. So I'm like, this is really happening. So I told my boyfriend, go get my hospital bag. I'm gonna be here longer than what I thought. I think I was in the hospital for about 6 days, guys. So by the time skipping to Sunday, you know, like I said, they're observing her. They have monitors on me the whole weekend. So skipping to Sunday night, you know, my face was beat, guys, because I was not playing. I was not playing about my makeup bag. It came in handy. I did not want to look crazy. So I was not playing, you know. I beat this face to the gods, and I was ready. So before they gave me the pill to induce me, I ate something, because you're not supposed to eat after you get induced. So they gave me this really, really small little tiny pill, and they put it inside my vagina. So they put it in, and probably, I want to say like 30 minutes after, I don't remember. Some of the stuff is a blur, guys. So a little after, I start feeling contractions. And when I tell you, it got real. It got real very fast. Like, those contractions were the worst pain I have ever felt in my life. Like, it was bad. It was bad. And I went through contractions for about 4 hours before I told the nurse, okay, let's do the epidural. So by the time I decided to do that, she let me know before I decided to, hey, you should go ahead and take it, because you're almost 6 centimeters dilated, and you don't want to get to a point where your contractions are getting closer and closer to each other, so that it doesn't, you know, like when they're putting it in, when they're putting the epidural in, you don't move or something like that because of the pains. So I'm like, you know what? It took me like 2 minutes to decide, because at that point, another contraction came in. So I'm like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. Let's do this epidural. So the guy comes in, pretty much he tells me like what to expect, how to sit down. So they tell you to sit down like in an angry cat position. So you just sit down like this at the edge of the bed. You can cross your legs like Indian style, or you can have your legs forward. I decided to just sit Indian style because I was more comfortable like that. And I kid you not, I had a contraction right when he was putting that needle in. But I was determined not to move. So I probably moved just a tiny bit. the pain, when it came to the pain of the epidural, it really wasn't that serious. It was a small little pinch. What you are gonna feel pain with is the actual medication that they're putting inside you. It stings just a little bit, but it really isn't that serious. So after that, guys, after that epidural was put in, everything went completely smooth. I didn't feel not one thing from the waist down. Like, I didn't feel anything at all. I didn't feel contractions. Like, I felt very minor pressure, but it wasn't painful, if that makes sense. Like, I can feel my body hardening when I was having contractions, but it wasn't that serious. The only thing I'm gonna say with the epidural was that I had like really severe chills. Like, I was sitting in a chair for the rest of the time, like just shaking, shaking. So when they were ready to get her out, finally, it probably took like 15 minutes of pushing or less. Like, it was very quick. I didn't feel anything. Thankfully, I just felt like something just sliding out. And I told my emotional self that I was not gonna cry. I said I was not gonna cry, guys. When they told me that her head was coming out and my boyfriend was like, I can see her, I started bawling, crying, because I was so excited, you guys. Like, I was so excited. Throughout my labor, after they put the epidural in, so you guys know, they were still monitoring her heart because she was still having problems with that. And then on top of that, I was having problems with my oxygen level as well, so they had to put an oxygen mask on me just to make sure that she was getting oxygen. So it was a lot of stuff going on, but I could pretty much say it was pretty smooth. I would say, if you're a new mom or you're expecting, or anything like that, like, don't be scared. I know, like, people don't have the same pregnancy as you, like, a lot of people will tell me like terrible things that they went through in their pregnancy, and the small bumps on the roads that I went through during my pregnancy, like, I got through them, and they weren't, at the time they were serious because I was scared, but everything turned out well. So after like the first bump on the road, because there was a couple, I told myself, I'm gonna convince myself that everything is gonna be okay, because if I continue to speak negative things into existence, that's exactly what's gonna happen. So I just tried to stay really positive throughout my pregnancy. I tried to stay very happy. I was very active. I was always working. So I think that kind of helped with everything. There was times, those days that weren't my best days, but I really, really worked hard at that, even to the end, because at the end, that's when things got kind of complicated with everything that was going on. But I just try to really keep a positive mind. I tried to stay active again, and I try to connect with my baby. Like, anytime that she moved, I got happy and stuff. I got excited. She was born December 17th at 1:38 p.m. and she was just a healthy little baby. She was smaller than average, but she's growing up to be the size that she's supposed to be. She's just really, really healthy. So I'm just really thankful for it. She was born, I think she was 5 pounds and 10 ounces. And I think she was 18 inches long. She was just like the cutest little thing ever. When she came out, she was like very alert. Her eyes were like wide open, very alert with everything and stuff. So, and she's always been like that. Like, she's still like that. She likes for you to sit her forward so that she can see everything that's going on. Like, as you guys can see, she's extremely calm right now. But I could honestly say everything went pretty smooth. If you guys have any questions when it comes to labor or anything like that, I'll be more than happy to try to help you. Because like I said, everybody's pregnancy is different, so I can't really tell you exactly what to expect, and I don't want to give you like false expectations. But when it comes to things from the hospital, like what the hospital is going to give you and stuff, like, I can tell you that, just because like the hospital, by the way, was very, very helpful. Like, there was everything that I needed was there. Like, I packed some extra stuff, but they had pretty much everything that I needed. Like, a lot of the things that I had in my bag that were new, some of the things I brought it back with me and I didn't even use it because They had so many things that were accessible to me. They took very good care of me. My room was gorgeous. Like, I just felt like I didn't even leave my room. The 3 days after I gave birth, well, no, the 2 days, I'm lying. The 2 days after I gave birth, I did not leave my room. I stayed in my room. You know, I rested with her, with the exception of people coming in and out of the room. You know, we had total privacy. You know, we had the chance to enjoy our baby and stuff. So they were very attentive. So I was just very, very happy with that. I was very happy with my hospital stay there. I've never had such a great hospital stay like that. Like, I've never had a bad one, but this one was just extremely great. Like, it was almost like I was at a hotel. So it went pretty smooth. I do want to update you guys, of course, on how things have been going. So make sure that you guys tune in to my next mommy vlog and stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. This is my first time doing something like this, so I was kind of nervous because I'm like, I don't know what to really talk about and stuff. So my next one, I will be talking to you guys about being a stay-at-home mom, how YouTube is going, and just stuff with her, like how she's doing and things that I have learned. So make sure that you guys do tune in. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button, like I said, if you haven't done so. And if you're new to my channel, again, welcome. Make sure that you guys keep up with me on Instagram at Peralta Knows Best. And make sure you also hit that bell so you guys get notifications on when I'm dropping a new video. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you guys give it a thumbs up. I will see you guys soon. Bye.